I didn't want to start stream until you did the mod check in Lustrous. Feels like tradition for me to be somewhere between 5 and 30 seconds late to stream. What can I say? But we are here. We are back. I'm feeling energized. I still haven't fixed the fact that Stream Elements does that. I know it is not offensive to others, but to me it is deeply redundant. But anyways, we have a lot to talk about. Stuff is happening. Machinations are transpiring behind the scenes. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to play a little bit of Dungeon Clawler because, rather frustratingly, hold on, I'm just going to bring up my YouTube analytics here for a second. So, of all of the games on my channel, of all of the incredible games on my channel, in the last month, hey, thank you, Illustrious, for the 9 months of tier 3 subs. You are an absolute champion. Indeed, Alex, we are going to be playing the claw game. But yeah, I wanted to briefly recap. Are you ready for this? So, last 28 days on my YouTube channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of my 10 most popular videos were Dungeon Clawler. 50% of the current success of my channel, arguably. There are currently 2 videos in my top 10 that are outperforming my build guide 2.0, and they were random chunks of live streams of Dungeon Clawler. Also, incidentally, the first of my Dungeon Clawler videos to really pop off, which was We Went Infinite in Dungeon Clawler, which was the first time that we really had a run that popped off, is closing in on 10,000 views and 4,000 watch hours all by itself. So if you wonder why we're playing Dungeon Clawler, you have your answer. I mean, it's shocking to me. This game came out of nowhere. But I play games that are popular sometimes, I feel like. But maybe not. Maybe we need to start playing some more popular games. Who knows? But for now that I have led into it, let's play some freaking Dungeon Clawler. And as the title suggests, let's go with a little magnet man. I want to be a magnet man. We could continue our scrappy run, but we'll do a new one. All right, so we're gonna get back into some Dungeon Clawler with a magnet man. Yes, we're gonna get into some League of Legends after that. Hey, Silatin, maybe? Welcome on in. Yeah, and we're gonna be doing a magnet run because we haven't done one of those in a while. So let's get this party started and see what happens. We just want to get some defense going here because our second claw cannot provide us any defense. So now the question is, I don't think we can kill the one that remains. So we're gonna take a bit of a hit here, but that's okay. But yeah, what a week it has been, and I think during the transition from this to Ember Ward, which I'm very excited about Ember Ward still. I'm gonna give a bit of a life update, and there's gonna be some, I'll say, implications on the channel's future that I'm excited about. No bad news per se, but definitely, you know, the tides of change are arriving. So, should be interesting to talk about. No updates yet, A9 Wag. No updates yet. But I think from the looks of it, the dev has been posting some very interesting posts. And my suspicion is that we're probably not going to see an update until the actual game early access drops. That's my current suspicion. IRL streams might be finally feasible. I mean, nothing is out of the question. Nothing is out of the question. I don't think we take any of those for a magnet run. So this first one may have a bit of a failure to launch here. That's the way that it's feeling at the moment, as I don't think we're going to be able to get everything that we need going. And I will also apologize in advance that we are going to have... I may have to pop out a few times for life-related things briefly, and Olive is also going to camp, so we'll have to deal with that as well. But yeah, we'll be around. Okay, a question was asked of me that is not critical. That I answer. So we'll hold off on that one. But yeah, we need something spicy. One thing that was mentioned about this particular character that so far I'm not doing a good demonstration of, but just to call it out, is you kind of want the magnet to grab stuff mostly on its right edge, because the stuff that is on its left edge is more likely not to fall down. In a lot of cases, that isn't totally realistic, but we'll try to do it. I don't think Gold Dagger works for us. Syringe is sadly plastic. The big feature that the dev has been teasing for this game that I'm actually quite excited about is going to be a transmutation room that allows you to change the type of items. I think Minimalist has some potential future. Magnet Claw works well with Magnet. Yes. Magnet Claw does indeed work well with Magnet. I guess I shouldn't have bothered trying to pick up defense there, as these guys aren't going to do anything except die to my sword. But yeah, I think the most interesting thing about this hero is once you get going, you're kind of an unstoppable force. But initially, you're a bit vulnerable, because you basically have one turn to pick up attacks and one turn to pick up defense. And if you pick up nothing with your defend turn, it's a good thing if all of your enemies are blocking, I guess. But yeah, when things get glued on the right-hand side like that, it can be very difficult for them to go in, and things like what we just saw there can happen. I think the best we can do is go for 3. Ooh, we almost picked up that wood with kind of like a funky physics bit there, but this guy's defending, so let's just grab these 2 if we can. But yeah, so the transmutation room I think is going to be very interesting. I think we have to roll here. We could pick up a dagger. I think actually picking up a dagger is a fine choice. The thinking behind the dagger is that we kind of do need a critical mass of daggers to kind of get this guy popping off, and so every additional dagger we can potentially grab is good for business. I think the magnet's going to get everything over there on the left-hand side, so I'm just going to try and get 1 dagger there. This guy isn't attacking, so that's a pretty good round for us. But yeah, just having 1 extra dagger is surprisingly impactful for us. I think 3 daggers is better than the short sword and a dagger. In fact, they're comparable, but I guess we would have taken slightly less thorns damage. So that's probably something we should consider moving forward. But I'll do a bit of a defend up, and then I think if we can get 4 daggers, that beats sword and 2 daggers. It's actually, again, it is the same quantity of attack. This short sword, since we're not going to ever be picking it up solo, is just worth 2 daggers. I think that's the correct way for us, the correct calculus for us to apply there. But we're fine. Retaining block. I could see this being useful. Rolling here feels a little risky. I think right now we have nothing to upgrade, so I think we go Pachinko Machine. But as per usual, floor 2 is kind of the make or break floor often, in the sense that if you fail to launch before before this region, you can really end up in a bad way. Hey, Alex. What's shaking? Let's see. If we get that, these two, that gives us a full defend, and then we can just see if we can. Oh, not getting that third dagger was a bit of a bummer, but I guess this guy isn't healing, so we just have to have a good round here, and hopefully we'll be good. Okay. And just checking my my emails, as you do. That is enough damage to kill that guy. So, yeah, we've picked up. Oh, so I think one thing you could do with these heroes is you could wait for these to hop and see if you can knock them in. I kind of want to just. Oh yeah, you have to have pretty good reflexes to be able to do that. But I think that might be the cursed item strategy. Could be a thing, but slightly hard to execute on. I think you need to have higher APM than I have in Dungeon Clawler. All right, that should be a kill or close. Close. But yeah, I think this game has amazing potential. Very excited to see what they do with the full release. The Morningstar feels very hard to recommend. I might roll here. All right, we'll pick up a magnet. I'm not in love with our current setup here, though. Let's see if we can get some from the right and some from the left. All right, the magnet does the thing that we are always afraid magnets will do, which is sabotage us by yanking stuff out. I'm going to try and put the magnet on the right-hand side of our claw to see if we can get it to actually drop. But we're going to take a bit of a hit here. I think I'm going to grab the magnet with the claw, so that then I can put the magnet down over here to secure these, which sadly will be just shy, it looks like, of getting the kill on the ice slime. Nope, never mind. I can't count. Where's the strength coming from? Ah, 5 or more metal items. Got it. I had forgotten about that component of this particular hero. So the spikes are actually adding to our metal. But yeah, the transmutation room is going to allow you to refactor items to, say, be magnetic, which I think is going to open up some incredible stuff. You know it, Illustrious. You know it. We're getting email walled for sure. Let's see. Dark Sword, I don't think is worth. I rolled too far. We may now no longer have the cash to get this item, which will be deeply hilarious after I spent all of our money trying to get it. So, all right, we're broke. Get ready. Brace yourself. Winter is coming. Ooh, not a great grab there either. Hey, Jeff. I'm doing well. We got some crazy interesting news coming up after our Dungeon Clawler Palooza here, and yeah, just life stuff is happening, I think, is the short version. As is the case, change is the only constant is the short version. Yes, I will definitely include any updates that I make on stream in the Discord as well. So they'll be around, and I'm just excited to play some Ember Ward, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think body armor is kind of interesting. It is a magnetic item. Hey, Evil Chuckles! How goes it? Welcome on in. That armor is hard to grab even with the magnet. I think that's something we need to add to our list of notes. And then hopefully if I kind of position this here, we get the magnet on the right-hand side, which makes it very consistent, and then it will pull everything else down. Okay, I'm down with that. That was what you call in the business a bad grab. We probably don't get the kill on this guy this turn. Oh, heck yeah, day off? Lucky you. Any particular special occasion, or just bounty of the Wednesday gods? We need to save money right now. It's gonna be very interesting to see if we can swing this one. This is definitely gonna be a bit of a make or break for us. But yeah, when the magnet's on the right hand side, it sucks things in, which is good for business. Wow, magnet dropped off pretty quickly. So the question being posed to you, Evil Chuckles, is does your name have some inspiration in a D&D campaign character of the same name? Inquiring minds want to know. Meanwhile, I should be paying more attention because things are about to get a little severe over here in fighting the Nightland. You work evening/overnight. Ah, I see. So I'm kind of hoping that this armor works for us, but I'm getting a little nervous that it may not. We may not be able to scale it up fast enough. Our armor is evaporating, as it were. So, okay, so the magnet does not by default have any magnetism. I guess that's good to know. I think I go over here because, yeah, we might have picked up the magnet. And then I think I have to do it this way. I can't afford to put the magnet all the way on the right-hand side. All right, so we have stacked up 25 block, which is what we needed. We kind of duffed that one, I'm not gonna lie, but think the show Dave the Barbarian. The main villain is called Chuckles the Evil Piggy. Interesting. Vaccine could be good. I think natural strength is probably our biggest potential. And then I mean, at the moment, I think probably blacksmith, but I am getting concerned. We haven't really picked up anything that I would describe as like the catalyst we're going to need for winning this run. So we might win it, but I don't think we're going to be extremely strong. Ooh. Small sword not magnetizing there was a bit of a bummer. So I think I am not enough of a D&D nerd to have gotten the reference. So I'm super curious. Is this Is this like a Critical Role or a Dimension 20 type of reference? What's the skinny? Enlighten me. "100% of my my D&D playing was back in 3rd edition when I was a wee lad. Looking for Once Upon a Witchlight D&D campaign on YouTube." Oh. Is that a... Is that the campaign name, or is that the or you know, like, is it part of one of those well-known D&D campaigns, or is it something else? I'm gonna roll one more time. Another one of those works. I don't think there's any reason not to grab this immediately. Yeah, don't give me any dodge. I don't need dodge. More items could be fine. Definitely not pet strength. Oh, Berserker. Junk Jet, though. Yeah, I think we do Junk Jet. Recording of a campaign session with that name, I believe. Okay, so it's not part of kind of like the standard, you know, like, oh, you know, that was the name of a Critical Role campaign or something like that. This is its own unique beast that happens to have a protagonist named Evil Chuckles. That looks like a great grab there. And then I'll grab the 2 over here, because I think we're making great progress. Hello, Ziggo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I mean, the sickle is metal. We don't have, 30% crit. We're trying to be scrappy in this one, indeed. I think I need like a Midas hand to really get this one going. And then we really just need money. I don't think we're going to get these 2 pigs, but I'm going to try it. Okay. Let's do this. We will hit the chest. Get some more cash. All right, we get to do some upgrades here at least. Magnet upgrade. I think body armor upgrade. And then do we go deep on paper clips? We do have some strength scaling. They're hitting relatively decently right now. So right now, an upgraded paper clip for us after we get our first pickup. With my magnet hand, of course, Zig. There's also the poison dagger, which is pretty decent. I think maybe we hold off though. I wanna get some big removal moving forward, so I don't wanna spend too much. And then if I can get the 1 over there, nice. Yeah, that's a good first turn. Now, Purple Moth is not the bane of our existence, but also slightly worrisome. Hey, Dio! Oh man, I can't tell you how excited I am for your mod. Because this week is a little weird, you know, more to come on that moving forward, but I really hope that tomorrow is an uninterrupted session and nothing gets in the way, because I really, really want to give it a gander. I'm super excited. Hey, Pax! Oh yeah, no, this is good. This is good for business, Pax. It's only a demo right now, but as a reminder for those who have been watching since the beginning, we do have keys from the developer that we'll be giving away on the channel once the early access is announced. I think Weaklings is good enough to take. Magnet is often the answer to many, many of life's problems. Insane Clown Posse taught us that many moons ago. So one thing that is very interesting that I could not have told you that this was the way that the mechanic worked, but I would have guessed that it was, is when you drop metal items into the chute, your strength increments as soon as those items hit the bottom of the chute, which means that we know that if we're picking up more than 5, we're going to get more stuff. We just want more metal stuff at the moment. Yes, until the blob becomes self-aware, you know, once we start to have the sentient blob, we're going to start having problems. But for now, at least, we're just gonna whittle away at these jokers. These lizard guys are problematic to say the least. Like the fact that they have poison and they have a nice chunky hit on the front end, like they can really do some damage to a run. But we're doing okay here. Do think that is a roll. Another magnet. I think this is like self-aware blob territory. I tend to agree, Zig. The endlessness in a way I think creates some frustration, and you know, if they had kept us wanting more, I think that might have been a very wise decision. Did I really just only get one pickup there? Okay, that was a disastrous grab. Holy cow. I really thought I was going to be pulling like these 2 paper clips, but I guess we haven't increased our magnetism by that much, so I should not be so bold. Don't think those work for us. Hand of Midas is an important part of our journey to blob sentience, if nothing else. I would have preferred not to pick up the Hand of Midas. One thing that's going to be very interesting about the transmutation room that the developer is adding is that you will also be able to remove metal from the Hand of Midas, which will make magnet builds even more ridiculous. Not that magnet builds needed any more ridiculousness, but, you know, it's a thought that counts. But yeah, at the moment, our damage needs to get up because we are taking a lot of hurt here. One more roll just because I feel like I need something. All right, we can't take any of that stuff. But in the future with Transmutation Room, we'll be able to add metal to it, which is also very interesting. I think we need to take Giantism right now. I mean, I guess Golden Armor is going to be 10 HP and this is 20, so we'll take Golden Armor, but hit the chest. There's a distinct possibility that these fights kill us. I think we roll the dice though. Yeah, we're potentially dead in the water, but we're gonna give it a go. He who dares wins, right? That's what someone says and is maybe only sometimes true. We took only a little bit of damage. Okay. Maybe stronger than we thought. Transmutation perks. That's an interesting concept. All right, second magnet. We're going for sentient blob shenanigans. I might try and pick this shield up by itself, because we get the 20 block for that, and then this isn't too bad. Now, admittedly, the Hand of Midas needs an upgrade. I can take a metal shield. That's fine. Spiky Stress Ball is a no. Dagger, I'll take. Especially if we get it in, like, a couple plays. Please don't take forever. This machine is the most infuriating of all. Come on. Just... Okay, we'll let it go back and forth. Okay, one more and then this is no longer worth it. All right. Probably wasn't worth it before then. A Gauntlet is a definite play. In an old demo of this game, we can see Bunzelot's grandma. She lacks the claw. Terrifying. That there could exist an entity in this universe that does not have a claw is the stuff of nightmares. And then I think because I'm feeling pretty good about our current situation, we're just going to go for healing here. I don't think we need more money. But I do think Midas Hand needs the upgrade. Second Magnet needs the upgrade, and then we save our money. Because we need to do removal. We need to get rid of some of these pesky shields. The only thing we can pick up with this is this metal shield, which I think is kind of hilarious, but... Do we think we can get both of these? No. We probably get rid of the body armor now that we have Gauntlet. I'd love to pick up some of the money that we have here, but it doesn't really look like it's going to happen. I mean, I'll get, I think, a decent amount, but... Yeah, we got some. It was not all that we wanted, but... Magic Mirror we know is very good. It's also not stackable, so it cleans up the pool for us. And then I think we go right. We may do a couple fights before we delve in, but well, there goes our Midas Hand. This is a little bit of greed, admittedly. But that probably kills them both, so I don't think there's much more we can get out of this. Yeah. More metal? I see metal, I take metal. What can I say? If the Gauntlet lands first, we're happy. Looks like it did. Nice. Okay. So that's good. We win on this turn regardless, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick this up, and then I'm gonna launch this immediately, trying to get the coins to drop before the thing dies. Okay, we got it. Nice. Okay, so we got a little extra money there. Poison Dagger is great. The blob is blobbing. Hey, Miss Zombie, welcome on in. Thank you for so much for finding me live. What can I say? I truly appreciate it. We did take some damage there that we probably didn't need to, but now are you a Dungeon Clawler fan? Is that what you've been waiting with bated breath for? I apologize that yesterday's stream got canceled, but life conspired against us on that one. More on that. More news on that at 11, but... The block into strength build, that is I will admit that is a hard one to imagine. The chaos that is currently happening in our space. Oh, nice. Well, I hope you're having a happy lunch break, and thank you so much for joining the party. Appreciate it. We have a lot of people who hang out while working or doing work adjacent things, is what I will say. There's a Japanese channel showing some techniques in the claw machine. It's Claw Master. So you're saying some additional levels of nuance to what you can do? Let's see. I do think we go for block with this first one. Do you know what's for lunch? Evil Chuckles? All right. I feel like I'm summoning Voltron every time this blob assembles. I mean, Gold Dagger, you know, at this point seems reasonable. No magnets. Wow, we just got completely magnet blocked. Tap that over. That was likely to be our first drop regardless. And then we just want the blob to exist mostly on the right-hand side of the magnet. And Bob's your uncle. Had dino nuggets for lunch because it was one of those days when you can't adult anymore. I will say, after this week, I think I'm going to have a pretty major no more adulting moment. There's so much afoot. What can I say? Steak and potatoes sounds like the good stuff, to be sure. That's quite the lunch, though. I will say not my ideal, but I am a sandwich fiend. That is perhaps my most noteworthy attribute. I love a good sandwich. It's the perfect vessel, in my opinion. Like, a good sandwich is just kind of magical. All right, so let's do some removal first. I want to get rid of all the wooden shields, but I think that's going to be... Oh, forget it. Let's just do it. YOLO. I do want to get rid of this too. It's just taking up space. All right, that was a lot of max HP that we just lost, I will say. But I think the only thing I want to upgrade is that, and we'll save the rest. We didn't do these fights. Top 3 sandwich fillings. Okay, so first of all, I think oil and vinegar as a sauce raises any sandwich to the next level. Also, the blob has become self-aware. Everyone brace yourself. But yeah, so oil and vinegar absolutely fits into the pantheon. I think that I love a good egg sandwich. No questions asked. Like breakfast sandwiches are incredibly delicious. I'm a big chicken salad fan more than egg salad. If I had to go with a particular salad incarnation, meat salad, that is. Good old meat salad, right? Okay, but so far I have oil and vinegar, which is just one of my all-time favorites. I think I do love avocado on a sandwich. Like, I am so often just thrilled by like a really good avocado sandwich. Does it fit in my top 3? Potentially. All right, we'll skip that. Yeah, I will say a breakfast sandwich or a breakfast burrito can both be pretty game-changingly delicious. There's a restaurant here in San Francisco called Bandit that I used to go to a lot for burgers because they have a pretty solid burger, but they have recently apparently diversified into breakfast burritos, and their breakfast burrito is it'll give you a bit of a stomach ache. Also, I've never gone up here. Just saying. Just while we're here, I'm just gonna, you know, just in case there's any secret passages. Wouldn't that be crazy if there was just a secret passage up here? All right, boss time. Let's do the thing. Okay, but so far I think we have avocado, and we have oil and vinegar, which doesn't. Oh, we've been denied. Heartbreak. I'm gonna go for the bombs right now. See if maybe I can. All right. Nope. No dice. Please, blob, get in there. We kind of need you to. We need you to do your blob thing. Banh mi's are absolutely delicious. Also, recently found a pretty awesome banh mi place here in the city. My all-time favorite banh mi place in San Francisco is a place called Saigon Sandwich. And they are, you look like it looks like from the outside like you might get tetanus by eating there. And I don't mean that like in a negative way, but it is not the kind of place that you look at and go, wow, this place should have like a grade A health rating, but it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. There's a gas station that has a deli that makes the best breakfast sandwich burritos where I live. Oh, very nice. Food, good old food tetanus. Chicken Roquefort and apricot jam on bread. Sounds delicious, Dio. You're making me hungry. But yeah, I think for number 3, I feel like I have to go with a meat. And I think if I'm going to go with a meat, pastrami is kind of the GOAT, in my opinion. Poisonous weapons makes us a lot stronger. We're gonna go to the delete later on in the floor, so we'll do that. We have reached the point where minimalist could potentially trigger. Guess I should have gotten the paperclip, because what was I doing otherwise there? But we would like hoarder. Hoarders on our short list. Here's what I think I do here. It's gonna look a little weird, but I'm only gonna grab the gauntlet so we get double trigger on the gauntlet, and then we'll take this. And I think it's better to get the double trigger on the gauntlet because that lasts the remainder of the fight. Not that the fight's gonna go on for too long, but a little old Spanish lady cooks there for like 4 hours. This is like the magic of the world. And I don't mean that like hyperbolically, but like there is something just so incredible about these like little. It's incredible how complex the world is and how many things there are. Are you gluten intolerant in Lustrous? I only ask because I'm thinking about poisoning you. Ooh, egg fried rice. Why does the shark have a diaper? I mean, I assume it's to avoid accidents. Oh, food allergies and intolerances. I feel you big time on that one in Lustrous. I too have some food sensitivity / allergy types of things, and it's brutal. So I feel ya. I went through the ringer probably about, I guess, like 3 years ago now, and I did like the full battery of skin and blood allergy tests, trying to figure out stuff, etc., etc. Oh wow. Okay, well that was hilarious. Our clog fell in at the absolute last moment. By the way, clog is the official term now. Oh, you don't have any. Oh, okay. Well, I do. It wasn't super helpful is the only thing that I will say, Spartan. Like, I was really excited to do it, and then it kind of wasn't as useful as I hoped. Stop giving me pet stuff, please, game. Oh, man. You're gonna give me Blockmaster, and you're gonna give me that. I'll place a dagger on the altar and see what happens with the second one. Disappears. Okay. Losing a dagger is not a big deal. That's fine by us. But yeah, we want a hoarder or two. I know that there are some concerns about the frames, but we want to be dropping a few more items. Because I'm not planning on going super thin to win here, like right off the bat. And I'm just gonna double up on this. These guys heal on the first turn, so it's not a big deal. And I think I'll leave the other gauntlet because we can get another double up on the other gauntlet next turn. I don't mind meat, but they can be hard to chew. So I have many homemade chopped steak and parsley garlic. I mean, that sounds super delicious, Zig. That sounds lovely. The Magnet Hero is just... they got a little bit of coasting going on. Ooh, do we try and duplicate the altar? Now let's put a paperclip on. All right. I think that means that the other one would have been a miss. So I think that was... we picked correctly there. One thing that I have not had in a while, just because I am trying to eat a bit more healthy these days, is cheesesteak is also a perfect food, as it were. Few things better than a delicious cheesesteak. Ooh, bread baking? I suspect there are probably a lot of people that are bread bakists just simply because COVID was bread o'clock for it seems like most of the country. Item weights to Dungeon Clawler? That's an interesting question, Zig. Does that not already exist? And I say that from a place of ignorance. We're creating a lot of block. I want to toss a Morning Star in. We have yet to use the Morning Star. I know that our build isn't super block heavy, but I kind of feel like once we get some gauntlets going, we do stack up a lot of block. We did kill him with that. Are brass knuckles insane to grab? I don't know. Like, I want to play with some stuff that we don't play with too often. And for some reason in my head... Oh, that was a bad grab. Okay, the blob looked a little fickle there, I'm not going to lie. But I think we'll probably be... Well, we're going to take some damage for sure, but... Holy cow, Evil Chuckles. Well, I'm glad that you found your way back to the land of the living. That's scary. We're going for some weird things. I don't want to spend too much money, but I do think like the short sword can go. I don't think we need block from shields anymore, so I'm going to get rid of those as well. Yeah, we'll go with this for the moment. This is a very experimental build. We're not aiming for all-time high score here. We obviously already have a run with this hero pretty much up there. All right, Cthulhu is in the house. We just hit for 89 with that Morning Star. I don't think I can complain too hard about that. And oh, and we got double gauntlet again. So this is potentially if we get the Morning Star in there, oh, we're gonna hit hard. He may die before we even get there. Nope, 202 on the Morning Star. Holy cow, Evil Chuckles. Well, good job then. Way to hang in there. That is That is scary. I had COVID, but it was relatively mild in the grand scheme of things. I mean, if we're going infinite, we take bargain. We haven't found vampire yet. I think we kind of need that more. I'm gonna roll once more, but then I think we're done. Yeah, okay. We just need some sustain. That's the that's the thing that we are currently missing. Almost got him. Oh, got him with poison. Love to see it. More brass knuckles. I'm curious about brass knuckles. Okay, we've gotten to the point where sometimes our magnet cannot drop, which is a little spicy. Ooh, not getting the that was a bit of a bummer, not getting the almost got it. I was hoping to get the brass knuckle there. Hey, enjoy, Miss Zombie, and I hope to see you like in the YouTube comments or in the Discord if you're not already a member. Would love to have you join the community. Always a more the merrier type of situation. Oh, the gauntlet falling out was super disappointing there. Damn. I was trying to go fast enough that we were going to get that second one in, but I did not quite make it there. Poison Flask is always an interesting one. I don't think it's for us. Let me give you some links, Evil Chuckles. They're coming. Give them a moment. They are it takes a minute for my bot to wake up and send them, but you'll get a handful of links there for your trouble. Or it's broken, but I think it will probably work. Famous last words. There they go. Man, those brass knuckles are hard to get to land. They seem very slippery and not very magnetic. So basically this blob either goes in and we get the kill, or it doesn't and we don't. Yeah, I'd love to see some changes too. Like I hope that they do a lot with this game. And it looks like they're going to. I have no reason to believe that they're not thinking about the long term and thinking about a lot of cool stuff that they can do. So I'm very hopeful for the future of Dungeon Clawler. At the moment, I'm trying not to burn out on it. Hey, Clemens, welcome on in. How goes it? How goes it? It goes well. This has been a crazy week. In the next probably, I don't know, hour and a bit, I'm gonna take a break from stream for a bit of an announcement based on some of the stuff that's been going on behind the scenes in my life. There's some life stuff that's been cropping up. So we're going to do that, but in the meantime, just enjoying some Dungeon Clawler and really looking forward to some Ember Ward, if I'm being honest. That game has captured my my imagination and my interest. Wait. The trailer shows the dark origin of Bun-A-Lot and how he loses his paw. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize this game had lore. Oh, come on. Get in there. Oh, well, I'm kind of glad that we didn't. Let's see. I think we're just skipping this turn. And we're skipping this turn again. All right. And now we can hit. So as those you can all see, I have learned my lesson with this guy. Oh, come on. Get in there, Blob. Thank you. We just pass on turns where we see Reflect. Heck yeah, Evil Chuckles. Welcome to the Potamus people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think we gotta look here for Vampire. If we want this run to go, we need a bit of sustain. All right, I can't keep rolling there, unfortunately. Upgrade. We don't really need removal right now, so let's go with upgrades. It do be chaos. It do be chaos. Figured it was a good idea just to get an extra dodge here. Or an extra 4 dodge in that case. That was nice. We got none of our gauntlets. That's why we need to start looking into getting some Hoarder going here. Hey, Revicide. Welcome on in. Whole gang's here. Love to see everybody. So what you guys are telling me is I shouldn't show up on Tuesdays ever. And then everybody will crash my party. Or maybe I should just play more Dungeon Clawler. Maybe that's the not-so-secret message here. Okay, Magnet Ball is starting to brain in an out-of-control fashion. Backpack Wars. Oh gosh, what was the name of... What was that grab? What was the name? I think it was called Backpack Hero, right? We played quite a bit on stream. Oh no. We are officially in the danger zone, by the way. This is if we can't get the blob to go in, if our blob has become too unwieldy, we may have a bit of a problem here. But I'm going thick deck meta right now. We're not Contagious Venom, very good pickup for us. Upgrade that, upgrade that. Then we save our money because we definitely need our health total. But Backpack Wars I haven't heard of. Evil Chuckles, by the way, there is a game suggestions forum. If you are so inclined. Where you can add games that I may not have heard of. All right. Contagious Venom has done wonders, as it always tends to do. I think health is the correct answer here. And then I am going to need to let's see. Just making sure that nothing is on fire in the background here. That all looks good. Okay. Double check text messages as well. One moment. Okay. The gauntlets have become very very hard to come by. So we're gonna have to either get some more of them, or I think perhaps the more likely approach here is we need to just get Hoarder so we're dropping more items, because, well, I mean, if we drop more items, there's a real danger to dropping more items, because our ball can continue to get more and more completely insane. Oh, I was checking my email because I got some stuff going on behind the scenes, as it were. Another poisonous weapon seems fine. Assuming that was directed at me. Yeah, the gauntlets are just MIA. Yeah, and the talk about slippery. The those brass knuckles, very hard to pick up. But there's no way that one's not going in, and we should be continuing to cruise. I think what we'll probably do is we'll probably get to... How can you kill metal things with poison? Very carefully, I think, is the conventional wisdom. So right now, our deck is getting too thick. I think that's the main issue. But it's all good stuff, so I'm inclined to just kind of keep on YOLOing it. Probably should have went for the blob there. Now we have 2 blobs. Class and style, careful is overrated. I mean, we've had, at this point, I feel like we've had enough games go infinite in this game that I'm not really... I don't think I'm proving anything by having another run go to level 50, if that makes sense. So I'm much more inclined to want to just do weird and interesting things and, you know, learn about builds, create some new builds, all that good stuff. Later, Zig. Have a good one. I'll catch you in the next one. Shuriken doesn't really work for us, I don't think. All right, we're out of here. Those were some expensive rerolls. Energy drink. Let's give it a go. There's obviously a huge downside, but, like, I feel like we don't need our strength, so it might occasionally work out. I wish it had worked better, the pain is gain build. Oh, so here's the problem with energy drink. The problem with energy drink is that we're never going to be able to pick it up as a second item. Now that I think about it, because we can't pick it up with the magnet claw because we don't have the transmutation room yet. So that means that for this character, we could only pick it up initially, and then it'll... I mean, I guess it could still be 10 strength then. So it's not nothing, because we can carry over 20 block between turns, but probably not that useful. And I just keep picking up items. We're looking for vampire fangs. Take berserker for sure. If those are our only options. Hoping that the gauntlet lands first. All right. Pretty much wanted anything but that to happen, but that's okay. We will get up to the 20 block, though, so we can grab energy drink if we want to. I think I will. So see, we have now we have 21 strength from that. I think energy drink kind of works with this build. Like, we're never going to get a ton of value out of it. But fascinatingly, it is not a... I guess we take a bargain when we see it. It's not an ephemeral item. It's not one of the bubble items, which is very curious. I would not have expected it to be something that you can use basically every turn. That makes it a pretty strong strength engine. I loved seeing the gauntlet creep up the wall and then fall over. That was delightful. Get in there. Take a bit of a hit here. Go. All right, thank you. Shields plus daggers. Let's grab these two. I think this is still very much the kill. So, oh, it's not if I do that. Oh, okay, took some damage we didn't need to take there. That was a bit sloppy. Not seeing Vampire Fangs. Game's being a little stingy, as it were. We're not taking a lot of hits. It's not where our strength is coming from. Just getting the golden daggers upgraded. They are going to be... They're going to be like our big engine here. And then I think if I just get 4 heals, I'd rather just be a little higher on health. Wow. How you doing over there? Piggy bank. Good drop there. Shields plus energy plus dagger. Yeah, I think that could be a very effective build for sure. Let's see. But it's a little slow, I think, is the only problem. So basically, I'm going to take a bunch of block there, convert it over, and then, yeah, I do like this. The problem, though, is I do think that as you move into the later levels of this game, you absolutely need to be one-shotting things. There's a point where you basically can't wait until round 2. And that makes it a little hard. There's very few builds that necessarily work there. Hey, Manny. I have a scrappy run going right now myself, using Vampirism and Junk Jet for healing. That is an insanely strong combo, Manny, to be sure. For a while, I think it's a combo that they should revisit. And by revisit, I mean get rid of. Because it's a little too strong. I feel like it just becomes kind of like a requirement of every run to have Vampirism and Junk Jet. But yeah, it's insanely good. We'll never be able to pick up a Holy Shield on turn 2. But I think we toss one into the mix. Really wanted that gauntlet. Didn't really want the energy, but I guess we take what we can get. And that will probably kill them anyways. Yeah. We're in for 137 with our gold daggers, so you can't... If you can't beat them, join them. This is the rare 3 piggy bank opportunity. We got 1. And we didn't even double the piggy bank, which was a bummer. Gonna grab the gauntlet early. Because then basically whatever we manage to yank in blob form is just good for business. Oh yeah, Dolly loves Holy Shield. I was just thinking about it and I was like, you know, eventually we can ditch it, but it's not harming us in any way at the moment. Grabbing that. I thought that might be an empty grab. That's unfortunate. Get in, not out. Okay. I'm gonna try and yank this this gauntlet off the side there. All right, that works for me. And then we'll try again to get our clog to go through. I'm gonna be careful. There is a reflect up on the back there, and I don't wanna one-shot myself with a golden dagger, which could be a concern. The dodges are working relatively well, though. I don't have a lot of complaints about them. There we go. There's the payday. It's not metal, so it's not part of the blob. It's easier to grab solo when you need it. That's kind of what I like, is it kind of sits on the edge, and you're like, well, if push comes to shove, I can go grab the Holy Gauntlet. Like on a turn like this, it would have been useful. But instead, I think we're just gonna have to really hope that we don't just take this full turn to the face. It would be unfortunate. Yeah, okay. This should kill everybody. So energy drink plus vitamin pill. It's converts strength at a 2-to-1. That's unfortunate. I kind of feel like it should be gain block equal to your strength. That to me feels more like the way that I would design it. Now we have this problem where I think I'm going to grab the Holy Shield before I want to. Okay, it fell off the blob, which is good for business. Now we have a real problem. We may just die here because I don't think I can, like, he's going to have reflect when my stuff goes in. So what do we do? This is a problem. Wait 2 turns? All right. It may fall down of its own accord. But I think you were correct. But now we have to actually get something to drop in, which may not be so easy. I think our clog may have okay, please go in. All right. Okay, I think that means we win. But that was a good call, Evil Chuckles. I was like, what the heck do I do here? I'm all clogged up. Savings account is good for us. You only get it once, so might as well. I think I am going to go to the Shredder room. I think thinning to win a bit here is operative. Yeah, we already have a couple golden armors, so I was thinking that it would be a good time to grab it. Just means that we'll get some passive health increases there. I think I'm at the point where we have maybe too many archetypes afoot in this deck. Do we want to get rid of poison? Is that our plan? Hard to say. Yeah, I think they need to change that. Reflect to me is like this uniquely horrible mechanic that just doesn't feel great. You know, it's fun to get a broken build and become strong and whatever else. It's not fun to have your build derailed by the fact that, you know, there's a reflect in the mix. Though I understand why it's there. I'm going to go for Hoarder. I want to get a lot of items on the I want to get a lot of items on the screen. We have yet to do that. My max HP goes up because my coins are going up. I have, at the moment, 3 golden armors. Embrak. Let's see. So what do we want to get rid of? Regular daggers are boring, but they're good for us. Maybe they're not. Maybe we just don't need them. Sure, let's just do that. So now my HP will go down. Is this the reflector guy again? Can we please not and say we did? Like, this is the green and red moth is the moth that gives you that does 10 reflects? Oh no, he's not. Okay, that's good. Vampire Fang seems like a smart play. You want me to get rid of the Knuckles? I kind of like the Knuckles. I feel like the Knuckles are kind of fun. They're very different than what we usually do, which is a thing that I'm going for here. I would like to. Okay, well, fair enough. I do also think that having dodge here and there is pretty sick, actually. Like it glosses over those moments when the clog doesn't behave. Yeah, that was the enrage guy. I get them confused sometimes. I hope that in the future also they don't all look the same. You know, go figure. Call me crazy, but hey, Olfactory. How late are we going on this run? I think what's going to happen is I'm going to get to floor 20. And then we're going to talk about what we want to do. Because I'm really excited to go play some Ember Ward. And also, I think that we already have a Scrappy run that's at level 20. So what we may do is we may go look at the other Scrappy run that we had at level 20 and decide if we think this one is better or that one is better, since we only get to keep one. Oh, nice. Aliens Rock is amazing. I heard that he's been doing some really crazy stuff with Ember Ward. I'm piling up bargaining a little, Rado. I'm not going crazy with it, but yes, how many do I have now? I think I just have, where is it? I just have the one so far. We haven't found many of them. Put one on and see what happens. All right, more paper clips is fine. Yes, indeed. Announcements are coming. 5 hit points per fight. I guess Bulwark is okay because we can pick up the early energy drink. Are we getting in there? Oh, we are getting in there. Yeah, Bargain is, to put it a different way, Rado, Bargain is, stacking up full Bargain is the only end game strategy, and it's just the kind of the best strategy, but we've done enough sort of infinite runs that I'm not super inclined. Like right now we're going for a very weird and suboptimal build, because I think it's more interesting to play the game differently than to, kind of always play the game the same-ish. So, yeah. Normally I would never take Knuckles. I don't know. I would build this very differently if I was going for kind of the optimal strategy, but we're pretty strong. We can go for a long time. Kind of wish Vitamin Pill worked, and I'm also going for a thick deck. We're not going for kind of the tight, very specific deck that I think is where I usually go endgame. You should try a wrong item only build. Explain this more to me, Chuckles. Is that just we always pick a bad item? We always pick the worst item that's in the mix? Because that could be kind of entertaining, if nothing else. But yeah, if we wanted this run to go infinite, we would just be picking up a million bargains. That's the way to play. So what I think could be really interesting for Minimalist, because I totally agree with you, Rado, is I think what they should probably do with Minimalist is make it a strength multiplier rather than a strength adder. So the idea would be that you get minimalism, and if you're clearing out your trough every turn, maybe you're doubling your strength every turn, which still means for it to get totally out of control, you need to go to round, like 10 or something, which most endgame builds don't do. But I think that's the way that I would recommend kind of like improving it. There should also be a fluff removal perk. I can see it. Let's see. I don't think we're getting that much strength. Do we like paper clips? We might not like paper clips quite in this quantity. Let's keep 8 paper clips. The Morning Stars were fun, but they're not consistent. I think we just need 2 brass knuckles. So we'll shred 200. That's a bit of an HP down. And then I'm just going to do the gold daggers because we know that those are hitting like a freaking truck and will only hit harder over time. Permanently add 1 after every battle. Ooh, yeah. That could be definitely a thing too. I could get down with that. Get in there. But yeah, I like both those concepts. You dead. Just let him die. I do want to get more items in my trough. One, probably the most interesting build that we have yet to do, and I am hesitant to do it because I think that there's some issues that come with it, but that would be the overflow your trough build, where stuff is piled so high that Hoarder causes things to fall in, so you never even have to use your claw, which I think is interesting. It could be fun. But if we wanted to do that, I think the plan would be to get full-on bargains so that we could do it. Wrong perks only, too? Oh. I wonder what the most wrong perk is. We don't need more Holy Shields. I think Brass Knuckle and Holy Shield are serving very similar purposes for us right now. Oh man, that falling the wrong way was sad, but I guess we got the double on the golden dagger, which made that strong. I mean, I think this game could benefit a lot from a Twitch integration where I could do like a you guys vote on what we're gonna do. I think doing it without a Twitch / YouTube integration though would be too painful to be constantly doing polls for every decision. I've seen someone do the overload build. It ended when the poison ball enemy filled the tank and it overflowed massive poison. Yeah, I think that's a risk with that one. Strength potions are always interesting, but we've done our infinite strength run, so I think we don't have to worry too much about that one. I'm just gonna grab these two, which I think, yeah, just kills. Yeah, a little build diversity would go a long way on this one. Like, I really like Dungeon Clawler, but I do find that most of my builds end up looking like this because gold is such a strong scaling agent. I guess we could take a strength potion. If I see another strength potion, I'll probably take it. I love that the thing that's really scary is with the way that the clog happens, where like stuff gets stuck here, it falls down and then the enemy has the ability to put up reflect that previously wasn't there. I mean, poisonous weapons is good. I don't think we need it right now. I'm just gonna take natural strength, I think. We could dig for more bargains, but like I also don't want to bankrupt us here. I love that one golden dagger falling in is all we need to we always bet on black. Thank you. If you want to build up money, you need to block the hamster and skip. Oh, I never thought about that. Evil Chuckles, that's really interesting. Yeah, it really didn't occur to me that you could use that to your advantage. Let's next time we see him, let's try that. I think he can show up on this floor. The part of the question that we'll need to ask, though, is how long do we think we can survive with, how long can we defend against him? We could also try it as a new run. Like, because I think on floor 1, we could probably do it very effectively. Like, very early on, if we got the right build, I think we could probably... We could probably get a lot of money, like, right off the bat, which is kind of interesting. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for the fluffster as we proceed. Looks like we take more vampire fangs. Yeah, we need to get a very early hand of Midas. Oops, I didn't mean to come here quite yet, but I don't want to spend a bunch of money on upgrades. We're eventually going to get bargain, and then everything will be free. So right now, we don't want to give up too much of our scaling factor. Yeah, so right now, the one thing that I like about this run, as compared to some of the other similar runs, is I think we've done a very good job keeping Hand of Midas. So our gold is scaling significantly faster than it has on previous runs. We got into a situation with Count where we didn't think we could. One try. If we don't get it, we don't get it. Otherwise, good. I don't think Warhammer works for us. But our gold is increasing significantly faster, which I think means that we're in good shape. Yeah, 5 more floors to go, but the caveat on that is 5 more floors to go until we break out the other Scrappy run and see how we feel. Come on. I can't roll any further. Lame. I went deep there, looking for bargaining. Sometimes you just don't get it. For an empty pit, they should add a vacuum arm. So it's not going to be a vacuum arm, but they are adding another very interesting new claw with the next hero that they've announced. So they're adding a octopus type character that's going to have a tentacle arm that's going to have like suction cups on it, which I think is a very cool concept. But yeah, right now, the Hand of Midas is doing a really good job of causing us to scale particularly fast. Because I think we're already at the savings cap for... I mean, we are adding a lot of poison. I'm going to grab a poison flask. Some of these things we can grab and they can just sit on the side and can be really good against bosses for getting just extremely epic numbers. Octobunny. Oh, is that the official name now? They were between that and Squid something. And I had a commenter who pointed out very accurately that those two are not interchangeable, and the difference between octopuses and squids is significant. And we should not confuse them because they have different numbers of tentacles, among other things. I'm trying to get both the gauntlets. That was a pretty solid grab. The order in which that stuff landed, though, was a little bit lame. But yeah, the end of our count run was definitely... The end of our level 50 count run was definitely due to the fact that at some point, gold scaling stops being sufficient. And your golden daggers stop one-shotting, and stuff gets a little dicey, as it were. You know, I'm going to say, now that I'm trying it, I'm a huge fan of having a few brass knuckles around, because they just mean that when you don't quite land things, it's good. Yes, they also have very different beaks, which is a very good call out in Lustrous. Yeah, very different animals, deserving of uniqueness and to not be conflated with one another. I'm just going to start skipping. Okay, so this is one where we could stack up a little bit if we wanted to. But it's going to be difficult to. I don't want to take like a huge amount of damage. Yeah, everything's going to go in. I don't think we have a great delay on Fluffer build. Who would be my choice for the wrong item run? I mean, so is my goal to win it? I mean, that seems like a dumb question, but I suspect that that's what, you know, it's what hero is the most resilient to bad item choice. And Benny the Beaver seems like an easy choice there. I have found very few items that work well with Benny. So it feels like, you know, you just don't remove stuff, and you just I think you just kind of win with Benny. But maybe that's controversial. I'm curious what other people would pick. Big money, no whammies. Give me that clog. Nope. Oh, bad grab there. We're just going to throw caution to the wind and try and get the whole blob in. Oh, and if we don't, we're going to take a beating here, but that's okay. It's frustrating that you can't move the claw as far without dropping, but quick textual message check. Hoarder? Ah, yeah, we can do a hoarder. I like the idea of getting a bunch of hoarders going. We might do some upgrades. We also might not do some upgrades, but... So you're saying I don't have as much time to make bad decisions then? Yeah, we don't have a good... Illustrious, we don't have a good delaying build right now. So I don't think it's worth it, because I don't think we're getting that much value out of it right now. Like, yeah, sure. Like, most of the time, we're not even getting all of our standard fluff converted over. So... The thing that I'm heartened by, though, is our money total is going up significantly faster than it has on previous like runs. That was a bad example, though. No. Ooh, this is the potential triple piggy bank. No dice. Do I see anything in here I like? Poison weapons would be fine. Our strength isn't getting that high. I'm just going to do 2 of those. We're largely just saving, though. We have 4 dodges, so I think we're just going for it. This is a YOLO moment, as it were. And then we just want to get our payday. There we go. Nice. Easy peasy. Now, we're still looking for bargains, so I'm going to do that. We're going to take Picky because we just get out of the pool. We are at the pool refinement stage of the game now, for those keeping track at home. Wow, getting that on our first grab was solid. Should probably just went for coins, since I think we had enough. Yeah. But that feels a little cheating, evil. And then I guess the other thing that's tricky is, does worst item include knowledge about the characters, like worst item for this character? So I guess on Benny the Beaver, I'd be picking up metal constantly, which wouldn't be the end of the world. We need to make sure that we're getting our coins. I want an artifact or a relic, as the kids are calling it these days, that allows you to get a magnet in this room. I want that more than anything. I think that would be fun. And by fun, I mean, like, broken overpowered, but also awesome. Really? You're gonna do me like that, game? Can we please just get some stuff in there? Thank you. Well, in a way, I think it might actually make it easier, Dio, because it would create a ball, and then all the health would be kind of like separate and away. It's like the same thing as like the way a Poison Flask and Holy Shield often don't get mixed up with the wrong crowd. So if we want, so we're just gonna make it. We're gonna make it to floor 20. We're gonna go look at our other run, and then we'll decide which one we want to continue. Do we like the run that we're on here, or do we want to go onto a different one? I think we'll do this. Ooh, wrong one got doubled there, but that's okay. Oh, go before his turn starts. Okay, slightly scary. Section Cup arm for picky builds. I think that would be very fun. We should take Lucky just because it stacks. I think getting the refining our options here is the best thing that we can possibly be doing right now. But the blob had other plans. I was gonna say, if all I get is this and I get it twice, GG. 675 poison is getting passed along. Goodbye. Okay. Yeah, the blob, the dynamics of the blob have slightly changed. And with those changes, we now have new problems. But most of the money got in there, so that's what we like to see. We take another golden dagger. But yeah, I always find the way that the blob works to me is always really interesting. Like, I think it's one of the things that this game has gotten quite right, is that magnet builds are super fun and interesting, but also they have this weird, you toe this weird line with them where they sometimes get shockingly bad. Like, all of a sudden, you pick up one more item, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, this used to be good. What the heck happened? So we get 3 options from this. I see bargain in there. That's the one that I want to find its way in. It will not. Greedy just slows down our run, if I'm being perfectly honest. I guess we get more gold with it, and gold is our scaling factor, so I think it is technically the correct choice. Kind of feels like maybe it's almost time for us to pivot 100% to golden daggers. The poison is starting to fall off a little bit. I also think that the energy drinks have no longer are no longer performing to my liking. Get in there. All right. So we may be fast approaching time to refine, but we're a lot of bargains away from being able to do it in a like an infinitely renewable sort of way. No rerolls for the wrong build? I think that's very smart. I think I would have assumed that regardless. You know, but I think the question that we have to figure out is what is our metric for wrong? Is it just me making a decision? Because that's fine. I can just make bad decisions. But I kind of feel like maybe there's a better way. Because I do think there's some subjectivity to wrongness. Come on, money. Get in there. Get in there. Cha-ching. It's expensive, but I'm going to do it. To refine our run, we're going to spend a little bit of money. The poison daggers had kind of fallen off, which is okay. You know, you gotta kind of pivot through the run, but generally speaking, I also think that we could absolutely get rid of the gauntlets now, probably. So I am scared. I'm scared that we're gonna get a clog that's gonna end our run. Okay, well if we do nothing, that's great. Take bargain, of course. Oh yeah, we are on floor 20. No one reminded me to go check out the other one. I think the other one's on like floor 21 though. So I guess technically we can probably give it another moment here. I'll finish up this floor and then we'll go look. That's a kill, unfortunately. I say that because I want to be getting as many coins on each one of these fights as possible. Yeah, that's more like the kind of fight we want. Wait, Dio, one of your messages didn't show up. Did it? Huh, I wonder what's up with that. Hey, Andre, next Ember Ward stream is probably within the next hour at the moment. Probably sometime in the 11 o'clock hour, we'll be switching over to Ember Ward, as it is today. I guess you take Bulwark. Yeah, I'm very excited too. Could not recommend that game highly enough. It's been super fun and having a lot of fun with it. Right now, our blob is really flailing around a lot. The weird things we say. But yeah, I think what's going to happen here is we're going to have a brief hiatus in between the two streams where I'm going to do like I need to talk about like some life stuff that's going on, and then we'll switch over to that. The paper clips can all go too, by the way, but I'll grab a strength potion just because I think we're going to think about that. keep the cash coming. That's all we can do. Okay, so now we have a problem. We gotta skip here because we have 200 strength, and if he reflects on us, that's gonna be a very short time. He does eventually get rid of his reflect, right? Seemed like he just replaced it there. Oh, good. Oh, he just reflects forever? Okay, we're screwed then. Oh, that's a shame. I guess we could try and get the Holy Shield. All right, that kills us. Good GG. Yeah, I don't love that, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. All right, let's go back and look at our other Sir Buns, our other scrappy run that we had going on. What were we doing with this one? Oh my gosh. For floor 21, this is an insane build. Wow, yeah, we're extremely indexed into poison on this one. Holy cow. But we have a very manageable ball. So I guess we have that going for us. No clogs here, because it's just all daggers. But we're really leaning on poison super hard. Have we picked up any bargains on this one? We have not. So yeah, so that boss you can't, if you don't kill him first turn and you do something silly like... I'm starting to feel like taking strength potions is more of a mistake than a value add, which feels a little sad to me. But it is feeling a little bit that way, because strength makes you sometimes just hit for more than is acceptable. This run is not long for this world either. This hero is going to die. Hey, Amaga. Yeah, indeed. Maybe I'm supposed to be taking all the daggers I can get my hands on, and we should go for like Hoarder and Dagger and do that. Hilarious that the Gauntlet didn't get in, but... It seems like anytime I can get Poison Dagger, that's the play. But this run is wildly less strong than our last run that died in a very unsurprising manner. To reflect, as all runs do. All right, later, Evil Chuckles. I'm probably not going to play this one for long. I don't think I'm going to start another run, though. So chances are in the next 15 minutes, we'll be switching over to Ember Ward. Because I suspect this one may end on this particular floor, actually. So we have a Hand of Midas. We've been getting, like, no gold here. The 4 Vampirism is definitely helps a little bit with recovery, but... This run does feel like it really needs some strength scaling. So like a strength potion could be good. Weakling will make us just move a little bit faster. Always bet on black. Yeah, look at this. The Midas hand always ends up like on the top of the fluff pile, and it converts over nothing. Certainly, this is a run that matches with minimalism. But we all know that minimalism doesn't really isn't great. We'll just leave it at that. I did really like Brass Knuckles on that last run. But I think I'm gonna remain a purist. This is the daggers only build. Oh my gosh, I have 3 claws for greedy. What perks have I been picking here? This is nightmare fuel. Can't afford those until we get some bargains. I think the poison dagger ruined my fun there, unfortunately. Hello, sweet girl. Hello. Olive just came in and said hi. I think boss fights are going to be really hard for us. Like, how do we beat this? I guess reflection isn't a problem because we're just doing poison stuff. So reflect doesn't reflect poison? Because I swear the first thing to drop down the tube there was a poison dagger. So maybe this is worse but safer? Right now it feels mostly just worse, but yeah, I guess there's some theory crafting we could do with what is the safest build. Like, what is the most resilient to... what is the build that is most resilient to reflect? I may need to check on Olive in a second here. Hold on a second. I think it might be time. Give me one moment here. I'll be right back. All right, the girl is off to camp, so we are back to business. Well, that was a nice. I think I just backspace here and we see if we can get some more Midas action there. But actually, I think this might already be the win because we're gonna get a doubling onto the frog, and then we'll get another. Oh, we didn't get the last doubling. Never mind. Ooh, a giant Midas hand. It's not something you see every day. So probably the thing that we could add to this build that would be the most scaling is some type of poison doubling. Poison doubling, poison tripling. Hold on one second. Let's see. Okay. Do we need another gauntlet? I don't know that we do. Like, it's nice to have some block. Oh, man. There's some frames. There's some frames. We do need a faster mode for this one. This takes a lot longer to resolve than the Golden Daggers build. Strength potion, I think, is a no. Dagger being duplicated, not great. Always bet on black. Wow, we have quite a streak going here. We could try and farm Fluff Monster for a minute. I don't know that we need to, though. I'm not going to roll too aggressively because I think what probably the question is do we have time to get the number of bargains that we need before the scaling of the enemies gets to be too much and we end up dying? That's really the question, but this is certainly less flashy than our last build, but I don't mind it. No to poison grenade. We would take more poison daggers, I think. If we could get to all poison daggers and no regular daggers, that's probably a good end state to aim for. Credit card, ain't it? But yeah, so if we can kill the first one, then I think they all die. It's gonna be kind of close, actually, I think. Yeah, oh, okay, we got there, but just barely. That was very close. Not that it makes a huge difference. At the moment, the scaling of the enemies is not on the level that we're worried they're going to one-shot us, and that's really where things start to get dicey. Yeah, I guess that's an interesting question that I haven't thought about, that this run alludes to, is where is the real danger? And where's the real danger in a run? And I think, if I think out loud about it, I think the danger is much more in doing too much damage than anything else. Like, I think you are better off doing less damage than doing more, which feels very counterintuitive. But is this guy scary right now? He might be a little scary right now. Because we're not going to kill him on this turn. We do not have the we don't have what it takes, but I guess we're getting a fair amount of block. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the fact that we took no damage there, I think, speaks to our resilience, and a lot of that is derived from having 4 vampire fangs. The 4 magnets, I don't know what I was thinking, but do we roll for discounts? All of these are pretty good. I think more base health is good enough that we should just take it. But yeah, we're going to avoid ever doing a lot of damage, which is super weird to me. But maybe that is the key, and that's what the key has been all along. I almost feel like we should just get rid of the Hand of Midas because it never seems to touch any of the fluff. Yeah, I could warm to that idea. But yeah, largely, I think we just want bargaining. As much bargaining as we can possibly get our hands on is the short version. I don't think either of these are doing anything for us, but I wanted to peel off the gauntlet first. Not that we needed to block this turn, but Olive in the chat, Clemens, indeed. Yeah, she I don't think I've ever seen her that excited. She's starting to figure out what it means when the person comes to pick her up, and it is heartwarming. At first she was a little apprehensive and she was like, do I really want to go with this person? But now she's like, this is it. This is the best part of my week is when I get to go play with other puppers. And that's just the way I would want it to be. Me too, Clemens, me too. It was a long time before I had the opportunity to have a pupper. It's kind of hard to have a pupper in the city. Wow, another win on black. We are coin tossing with the best of them. But yeah, we're taking some damage on some of these, so we do need to... Something needs to happen. We cannot go truly infinite with this from the looks of it. You go on walks with a doggo of the next door neighbors. Win-win for everybody. Wow, all the joy of having a puppy in your life with none of the headaches of ownership. That does sound like a win. Dogs are just better. I was raised with cats. Never had a dog until you were 33. I too have been on both sides of that one, and for me, yeah, dogs are. Dogs having the moniker man's best friend is not hyperbole in my eyes. But I do think that both are wonderful. I've had some very special cats in my life as well, but yeah, I'm a dog person at heart. Scared of cats? The neighbor's cat kept chasing me down until you were 10. The cats are, you know, like, it's really interesting because, like, when you see a lion, you kind of realize that, like, cats kind of genuinely are, like, cats and large cats, like, you know, your lions and things like that. They really are more similar than different, and it's kind of crazy sometimes when you see it. So let's see. I'm gonna get rid of 3 daggers. That's expensive. And I guess let's get that upgraded. So at least we're getting a few more coins. That will probably make our coin situation a little unwieldy, but hopefully we make up for it in raw power. But yeah, we have basically no strength scaling. Yeah, I don't know. This run, I'm not sure. We're going for something very different, but it's a little weird, I think. Both big and small cats are addicted to catnip. Doesn't it only work on certain cats? The thing about cats that I think I always find the most alarming is, like, you hear those stories of, like, a person who, like, dies in their apartment and then their cat eats them or parts of them. That always freaks me out a little bit. But you know, I gotta respect it. They have a will to live. Can't blame them for it. But, you know, that's some Life of Pi shenanigans there. Oh, I didn't know there was a cat in Plants vs. Zombies, actually. We're rolling deep here. I'll take another golden armor. It's not what I was looking for, obviously. At least we got the gauntlet early there. If dogs were horse-sized, they'd be awesome mounts and companions. I mean, cats would eat us. Cats would definitely eat us. And in fact, sometimes they do. There's one in the original Plants vs. Zombies, the cattail plant. Oh, I see. Okay. I never played a lot of Plants vs. Zombies. Like, I've certainly seen it. Like, a buddy of mine's son was into it for a while. And so, like, you know, he showed me the ropes, but I understand the allure of it, but never my game. What I think is really interesting about this run is that it is so exquisitely slow. It shoots with its tail, but yeah, cats eat us. Surely more horror than zombies. Oh man, that would be an interesting zombie movie. But instead of zombies, you just have, like, large cats took over the world. That would be there would be some horror to that, I think. I'd certainly be afraid. So we have a lot of money, which is good for our scaling, but we are really behind on bargains. Like, yeah, we only have the one, and it's not like I'm not looking for them. Just want to say, for the record. Futurama episode where the cats take over. If it was, I don't think it was in the original series, like the original run. Obviously, they've done a lot more episodes. They've done a bunch more seasons since then. I've only watched the original Futurama. I've watched it like 4 times. Nibbler is definitely not a cat. Nibbler is an alien who poops out dark matter. and has 3 eyes, including one on the end of an antenna stalk. So a cat. I mean, Nibbler does use a litter box, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, no spoilers, but in the later seasons of Futurama, it was revealed that Nibbler is actually super intelligent. I'm actually really curious who did the voice acting for Nibbler. They had a really nice voice. I can picture it in my head. This is well, he was on that imploding planet, right? Where they were trying to save all the animals, and then Zap Brannigan came along and tried to stop them from saving all the animals. That as a side note is one of my favorite episodes of Futurama is that one. I think it was in the first season, and it is titled Love's Labors Lost in Space. And it's the first episode where we meet Zap Brannigan, and it is an excellent episode. Okay, this one we chill on. We let his reflect wear off. It does wear off, right? Thank you. Reflect is spicy to say the least. Yeah, the whole like Kif Zap Brannigan thing is amazing. My other favorite episode of Futurama is War is the H Word, which is the one where Fry and Bender enlist in the army, and they enlist in the army in order to get a military discount on gum. The gum ends up being it's ham-flavored gum, and it ends up being all bones. And then as soon as they enlist to get their military discount, they are immediately drafted. And then to protect them, Leela also poses as a man and joins the military under Zap Brannigan and creates all kinds of complex thoughts for all of them. Yes, the Nixon head is amazing, and the ball planet is also great, as is Henry Kissinger as well. There's a lot of great stuff in that episode. They got a lot of brains, and they got a lot of chutzpah. Was it a great line from that one? But yeah, love Futurama. One of my all-time favorites. I should probably go watch the more recent episodes. I think there's been like 4 seasons since I watched it. Not the hotel, though, obviously. Favorite snack? This is a good question because I've been struggling with snacks lately because I like snacks a lot, and snacks are not good for my waistline. I'll just put it that way. My favorite snack. I mean, cheese and crackers is pretty like, you know, the goat of snacks. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, give me 1 second here. There we go. Just someone who I hadn't talked to in a long time just called me, and yeah, needed to let them know that I have not forgotten and I want to chat with them. Salty fried corn and it's addicting. That sounds delicious. Ice cream is a snack. They changed the size of Tootsie Pops down to marble size. The humanity of it. The humanity of it. I mean, potato chips are an incredible snack. Cheetos are fantastic. I love all of the junk food. I do think that one of my all-time favorites, kind of like, in my opinion, sort of a perfect snack, is Hostess cupcakes. Are in a lot of ways just kind of perfect. Oh, the ratio on the new pops are perfect. It used to be a chore. Oh, interesting. I would not have predicted that. I feel like normally when they change classics like that, it is never for the better. I guess I have to go find myself a Tootsie Roll Pop and then find out how many licks it takes to get to the center. I just realized I texted from the wrong number. Hold on a second here. Oh, there it was. Hold on. There we go. All right. Onward and upward. We are about 19 bargains from really being able to make this run pop up. Right? 19 bargains? Yeah, that's a lot of bargains. I kind of picked up this run thinking it was going to die a horrible, horrible death. But all of a sudden, I'm like, is this the run? And if it is, I want to get to Ember Ward sooner rather than later. Whoa, the frames. Yeah, I'm going to give us a cutoff on this one of floor 30. I think we'll call it there. For now. We'll be back to this, but I want to get over to Ember War. So here's what I'm wondering in Lustrous. So I kind of thought that's kind of what I thought before too. But now that I'm kind of looking at it, I'm kind of wondering if our undoing on most of these runs has been this. It is hilarious that this gauntlet is never going in, but if our undoing has just been that we have gotten too strong. What a crazy notion. Just gonna get rid of 3 of those. Do we need the gauntlet? Yeah, the gauntlet does some damage mitigation for us. And then 2 of those. I am ditching some max HP, but I think it's going to be worth it. Okay, give me a bargain. Well, that was quick. Ugh. Junk Jet is not what we wanted to see. Junk Jet should not stack, in my opinion. Technically, the last run lost because you didn't know the boss reflect didn't disappear. No, by the time the reflect was up, I couldn't do anything about it, DL. I mean, I was passing, which was obviously suboptimal because I was hoping that it would go away, but I don't think I necessarily could have done anything because any grab that I did was going to do more health than I had life because of the golden daggers had scaled too much. Could have taken one attack and killed the boss by not skipping turns. I think it was a gamble. I think it was like a maybe thing. But I hear you. I think it would have been better if I had done it that way. But yeah, I guess we don't know if we would have gotten the kill, but probably. But I think that there's always risks like that. Like, I think that when you get too strong and you have any type of magnet build going, there's always chances that something weird is just going to happen. So I think that's the tricky thing from my perspective is that, you know, like you can get something stuck on the lip and then a reflect comes and eventually you get strong enough that you're one-shotting yourself with golden daggers. So even if that run didn't end at floor 20, I think that we have had issues with that strategy in the past. So I guess I could have just skipped here and I think everything would have died, but yeah. I think that's the thing that I am wondering about, Dio, is I'm wondering if maybe this like death by 1,000 paper cuts poison build could be the way. And what I want to do is I want to start getting some multiply your poison items so that on turn 2 we can do that because they're very unlikely to kill us, right? Especially since they're not going to be picked up generally with the blob. And we're not going to reflect that much poison back on ourselves, I don't think. But things are starting to scale alarmingly. So we may not have a lot of time. I don't think we have quite as much time as we would need. We didn't need to do that. That was unnecessary. But yeah, if we keep golden daggers out of the deck, maybe we're just good? That seems insane to me, but... oh, didn't quite get the last pig. I am wondering though if the gauntlet is worth it or not. Do we care about the block? At some point, it's going to become totally pointless. Oh, that was almost such a clutch grab. Okay. The blob is not without a mind of its own, apparently. The blob is not 100% tame. Much like a cat. We have exactly 2,500 hit points. That will not last for long, but... I love that we kind of tossed the hand of Midas in there. Yeah, I kind of feel like if we keep picking up health, we keep picking up poison hits, like poisonous on our attacks, like there is sort of a path to continue scaling here. Of course, the gauntlet is the one thing not to get got. But yeah, there's something really nice about the fact that we can absolutely, with impunity, just hit into this, because none of our hits hit that hard. Not to mention, I swear, once again, we just poison daggered ourselves through Reflect and took no damage, which is interesting, but... Yeah, if we were to get some strength scaling, I think we would very quickly be ruined. I don't... Vaccine removes it at the end of turn. I can double check that again. But yeah, removes poison at the end of each turn. So it's not that. But it is baffling to me, because it's the second time we've seen it happen. Maybe Poison Dagger Reflection just doesn't work the way that I think it does. Maybe the poison hit and the actual hit are two separate things. I shouldn't have done that. Just let the poison tick. Yeah, the thing that I will say for this run is that it feels just wildly consistent. Hand of Midas is doing great work. The daggers are stacking a ton of poison. We have 7 levels of poisonous. So every time we hit, we're applying 7 poisonous. Why would I do that? Now we need to wait for that to resolve. We could have just let them die. But yeah, I feel like with a couple poison flasks, maybe we could get like some numbers in the like, at least like 10 plus thousands for poison without any risk of us getting it on ourselves, which would mean that like a 2-turn boss kill feels pretty reasonable. But yeah, right now I'm not fishing for... Ooh, there's a poison flask. All right. Cactus, no. Right now I'm not fishing for bargain, which I think is fine. Like we've had our bargain run. We know what that looks like. There's nothing wrong with it. Ooh, the rare triple piggy. Heck yeah. Maybe we're in the market for quad pig now. Is quad pig the new triple pig? Now, this is only one use? Yeah, it is. Okay. Quad pig is a pipe dream. That's what they say. Until you get that one magical moment. I think Pentapig is impossible. Pentapig being the lesser known cousin of Peppa Pig. It's going to make me make a hard decision here. I think more poisonous, though. Would have been nice if everything had gotten in there so that I could spend this next turn doing other stuff, but... I will take bargain when it is offered, but... I really want the poison flask, but it is very hard to pick up. Pentapig could also be a League of Legends hero. That would be the other option. Yeah, it's gonna be... When this lands near the blob, it's going to be tough. Yeah, right now I feel like getting my numbers up is a really important component of this. We did get a lot of initial poison there. Even though the poison flask showed up really early. Certainly seems like it has a tendency, though, to get incorporated into the blob. Oh, man, that's going to be a big number, though. We like that. Yep. Sweet. And then as long as the blob does not form on top of this, if we don't kill everything on this turn, we have a super easy time killing everything next turn. Because these guys can be a little scary. They're probably going to be doing 1,000 apiece on next turn. Yep, 1,100 in fact. Take that though, 1,300 poison damage. Another triple pig that looked like it had quad pig potential. We had two of those pigs overlap one another. Probably not, Drew. How's it going? You and I, we have stuff we need to talk about, by the way. It's been too long, and there are big things afoot here in Potamus Land. Our furthest run was level 55, and it was a run that was not like this. One of the things that's very interesting about Dungeon Clawler in particular is if you get too strong, you end up accidentally one-shotting yourself. There's a handful of enemies that give reflect, and so we had a run where we had like 100,000 strength that we could reliably gain, and then we just got into a situation where we couldn't avoid a reflect, and the rest was kind of history. But yeah, I think this one has a lot of potential to go a long way. I probably won't take it that far today, because we do want to switch over to Ember Ward probably around noon at the latest. So we'll probably do that. A wild Drew appears, indeed. Indeed. I do like that I can see who's typing in the Discord, though. I will say that. Yep. Boss Reflect is just it's a public nuisance. And, you know, like, obviously this is a demo, but it's also kind of just lazy game design from my perspective. We could do without Boss Reflect. There are better ways to balance the game. Make the game hard generally. Don't put like one gotcha in, is kind of my my general principle on things. But yeah, but this is definitely a strong run. The strongest run, Drew, that we've had is you can stack up 20 bargain and everything in the game becomes free. It's pretty busted. That's pretty strong. All right, I just want to see if I can grab the double just to make the number bigger. I like bigger numbers. I feel like it's been all Cthulhu all the time. I really wish that I wasn't in the business right now of getting that poison flask early. Oh, now that was perhaps the most clutch grab I have ever performed. The fact that I grabbed the left-hand side and it only ejected the poison flask was nothing short of miraculous, I feel like. It is going to be a little hard to grab it, though, I think. Ah, we got it. Nice. Yeah, heck yeah, Drew. I would be very happy to. We're gonna be trying some more funky stuff in Ember Ward. Like there's some torches we haven't tried yet. Natural strength is interesting. We're hitting a lot, so it's quite a bit of damage. Yeah, I don't want to roll too deep. I'm going to try and grab the gauntlet early here. And we're also happy that dislodged the poison. Oh, heck yeah, Drew. How was your time? And then just because I like big numbers, I'm going to grab this, and then we'll let it go. I think we can take one more poison dagger. I'm not sure where we are on the hoarder spectrum here. If we're getting close to not dropping our entire catalog. Hour and 33. Not a PR, but much faster than expected. Well done. That's extremely solid. All right. I was worried that wasn't going to drop. Not that 127 times 6 is fatal for us. We have a lot of hit points because Midas is still going off. Like, I think this is the furthest I've had a run where I've felt like Midas wasn't actively hurting me. Oh, I guess I should probably, on those, it is worth getting some healing done. Like, we do heal for quite a bit when we hit, so it's not advantageous for me to leave healing on the table when I'm below full health. Yes, we have multiple of them, actually. It is called Golden Armor. Increase maximum health by 2 for every 10 coins. And it is... it's definitely a really important component of any run that's going to go relatively infinite. You kind of need gold as your HP scaling, because there really isn't another better way to get HP. There's another bargain if we could get it. If it came down to being poisonous versus bargain, I think that would be the hardest choice I could have to make. Oh, that was interesting. Do we not have lucky yet? I think we don't. We should get lucky. Lucky is a non-stackable, so it'll improve the item pool if we get it. Lucky was in another run? Okay. Oh yeah, that was our last run, I guess. How quickly we forget. So I'm going to do this because even though it's going to take a little bit longer, the extra hits are good. Yeah, floor 30 is approaching. Let's see. But yeah, we're starting to get whittled down a little bit. Are we not going to get enough poison to kill him? Okay, we almost didn't. But yeah, it is interesting. We're kind of hitting a break point, and I don't think we really have a great way to... We don't have the path for scaling here at the moment. The problem is that Poison Flask is never going to be it, because we can't grab it with our second grab. Which is important because we stack up all of our poison through our first grab. So I'm not sure how we want to handle that. It was not my finest grab, but I think we will at least get all the piggy banks down. Yeah. We could have used a tiny bit of healing, but always bet on black. 17 poison daggers is a number of poison daggers, that's for sure. Not my finest grab there. So the poison flask right now is really only good for bosses. That's its greatest value. We'll just chill. We certainly could hit into it, but it's also not particularly important that we do. The poison will eventually just kill them all by itself, but... Yeah, the game having the best strategy for dealing with so the fluid converted the fluff. So this is lava, and so it creates burning fluff, which causes a little bit of damage. We have yet to have a fluff build be particularly interesting, unfortunately. I would love to have one at some point, but I'm going to spend a little aggressively here. I would like something interesting to come of it. Yes, that's really the only way to deal with it, Drew, especially later in like infinite runs. You gotta wait it out, and it feels bad to wait it out. There are 2 moths, though. And we learned this earlier today when I lost a run that was on like floor 30 or something like that. There are 2 moths, and one of them gives itself 10 stacks of reflect, and that one, the reflect stacks will eventually drop off. The other moth that gives itself 1 reflect stack will just keep stacking them up, and they never run out. Oh, that looks like 3,000 poison there. 3,924, not bad. I should probably stop taking poison daggers since we're so far from getting them upgraded, but I kind of can't help myself. I like being able to pick things. Feels bad when you can't. At the moment, I have yet to see a round where either Midas or Poison Flask or Gauntlet didn't drop, so it leads me to believe that we're dropping 100% of the items that we have available. I think I took some hoarders on this run, right? Didn't I? Not sure though. Let's check while this is resolving. We have 2 junk jets. Wow, do we have no hoarders? Oh, I'm impressed. And then we hit into this guy just to try and get some extra healing back. We'd take Lucky. We'd take another Vampirism. We take Natural Strength. We don't like Junk Jet. Yeah, more Vampire Fangs is fine. It's not great. Does look like we're going to get 1 of the Poison Flasks probably to drop in, which is fine. That'll probably mean that everybody dies. So, Drew, one of the really cool features that the developer is adding in the next update is a transmute shop where you'll be able to switch the material of items. So you'll be able to make things that are classically not magnetic. You'll be able to remove magnetism from specific items. Should be really cool. I think that'll be a game-changing feature and is very clever. So I'm excited for that. Oh, no! We've reached the clog. We have become clogged. Let's see if we can boop it down. There we go. All right. We're going to have to thin the deck probably to avoid the clog. The clog is perhaps our greatest enemy at the moment. All right, 2,000 poison. Not bad. All right, no more daggers for us. Only done the magnet guy. Would be cool to do a water run. Would be cool to do a water run and a wooden ninja stars or something like that. Yeah, those could be really neat too. Yeah. Right now water doesn't quite. I haven't been able to make water work. None of the fluff builds have really panned out for us. I love the idea. There's currently an accepted bug request that will make bath bombs immediately on hitting lava or hitting water, convert the water, so you don't have to pick them up, which I think is also a very big deal. I think that would make it a lot more viable to do a water-based run if you could get swamp, and then you're guaranteed that your bath bombs will trigger immediately upon landing in the water, which is the way that bath bombs work. So we like that type of realism in our games, those types of intuitive things. Okay. Looks like we may get a late stage. Ooh, nope. The poison flask bopped out, but that's fine. We'll definitely kill I think we'll definitely kill the lava slime, and then we'll have more than enough poison for the duo. Yeah, that's a lot of poison. All right. That's not a lot of poison, though. Yeah, we're kind of like right on the cusp of getting clogged, which, by the way, for those who are unaware, is KLAW''G''Deed. Are there good archetypes beside Magnet? Yeah, so I think generally speaking, the gold archetype is very strong, Drew. So golden daggers, they don't work great with magnets, and they're quite strong as well. I would say that the big thing that's missing is I don't think there's a non-gold archetype, which is a bummer. I'm just going to shred those 3. I'll keep the +1 dagger. And then the only thing I'm going to upgrade is this, just because money is power. To quote, what game is it that has money as power? Is that Slay the Spire? No. Is that Across the Obelisk? It was something. But yeah, I do think that there are a lot of archetypes that the game needs more archetypes to become like healthy, in my opinion. All right, well, we're probably getting this catalyst regardless right off the bat, which is a bit of a shame. We would have liked to have saved it for later, but I feel like we have a really nice current blob size, and probably the best thing we can do is keep getting bargains. We still only have the 1, and once we get enough bargains, we can we'll get all the things that we want. Maybe we don't need it. Yep, floor 30 complete. So I will, I think I'm going to take a bathroom break, and then when I come back, we'll talk news, and then we'll switch over to Ember Ward. Whoa. Let's see. Golden armor. Yeah, we just take a golden armor when it's offered. Hold on. I think the stream ID for this stream has 8 Ds in a row in its randomly numbered ID. Is that possible? I will switch the YouTube stream right after I do the bathroom break. But I think this, so like the YouTube studio stream ID for this one appears to be this. What are the chances in a random encoded string like that you end up with 8 Ds in a row? That's kind of insane. Anyways, give me a moment. Bathroom break, then life update, then Ember Ward. BRB. All right, just because it's a bop, I'm gonna leave leave the dungeon Clawler music going in the background. But I will do an official announcement video, probably on my second channel, which I haven't used in forever. But I will probably do that. But the big news is that over the weekend, the reason that I didn't have a stream yesterday is because I bought a house. Which all this happened very quickly. And Sasha and I, we've been looking for a while, and something appeared that caught our eye, and things have been moving incredibly quickly since then. That's all I will say on that topic. But like, you know, it's just been absolute chaos trying to get all the paperwork and everything sorted out. So yeah, it's very, thank you, Drew. It's very, very exciting. But due to that, yeah, loan sharks were all over me yesterday, and I was running around doing like wire transfers at the bank and, you know, like all kinds of stuff. So yes, the deal is closed. It is in escrow. We have no reason to think that it won't go through, which is why I feel comfortable kind of like mentioning it here. But this is the other piece of it is the way that the story goes. And like I said, I'll do more of a video on this, is like, I was thinking about it. And when I was kind of like crunching the numbers, I was like, I can buy a house right now for sure. Like my finances support it. I'm not making a bad financial decision, etc. But it doesn't make a lot of sense if I don't also get a grown-up job. So I am potentially in the near term going to be re-entering the job market, and streaming is, I am hoping to find some way that streaming can coexist with an actual job. Thank you, Spartan. Yeah, it was kind of a big deal, but yes, Drew, that is indeed what is happening. And yeah, I was a little bit, but this is not the end. I do not know what the future looks like exactly. But unfortunately, for the foreseeable future, we as a community kind of have two options. Either we have to find a way to make this job that I'm doing right now about 50 times more lucrative than it currently is, or I'm going to need to get something to supplement my income. Because what I don't want is, I don't want for Sasha and I to start our new life in our new home, and for us to just immediately be house poor and not have the money to do the things with it that we want to do, like turn it into a home and furnish it and those types of things. So, yeah, first of all, if you're hiring, let me know. Yeah, seriously, Spartan. Yeah, no, it's a big difference from where we are. You know, like I'm not too like protective or anything of like any of the financials of this YouTube endeavor. Like at the moment, I make about $200 a month on YouTube off of advertising, and about $200 a month off of Twitch in subs and donations. And unsurprisingly, hopefully to most of you, that is not really enough to fund a lifestyle. So historically, I have taken the money that I earned in previous jobs and used that to supplement my lifestyle while I tried to get streaming going full-time. And, you know, we spent a couple of years doing that. And now we're going to have to jerry-rig some things, because I don't want this to die. Like, this is truly my passion. It's what I want to be doing. But at the end of the day, like, I think that that I also have aspirations in my life to have a family, to have a home, and in order to do those things, there's going to have to be a little bit of compromise. I'm curious where it is enough though in Lustrous. Maybe we should just move there. Maybe I shouldn't buy the house and instead I should move to like I don't know, like are there maybe some islands in the Philippines where $400 a month will get you by? But yeah, Pax, that's tough. And that's the way that it is in most of the world. Like it was Wednesday afternoon and we were was it Wednesday? I don't know what day it was. I think it was Sunday. But I think it was Sunday and we were deep in negotiations with the seller of the house, going back and forth, offer, counter offer, the whole rigmarole. And I just kind of had this aha moment where I was like, all right, I kind of need to pick my path right now. I don't think I can have my cake and eat it too completely. And when I realized that, I was like, I don't think I can keep, I'm no spring chicken. I'm not one of those young streamers who have, 20 years ahead of them of streaming. I would love to have 20 years of streaming ahead of me, but yeah, that is a big leap, especially because we have a lot of family here. But anyways, so that's the announcement. That is the 2-part announcement. Nothing officially is changing at the moment. I'll do a Discord post to catch everybody up, and I will be creating a video on my broader thinking about what's going on. So look out for that. I'll put it on all the appropriate socials. But yeah, I think with that, it was perfect having Dungeon Clawler as the background music for that, I think. And now I'll close that out and let's get on with the next festivity, which is going to be some Ember Ward. YouTubers, hang on, BRB. All right, chat should be back. Let's get this going. Do we have? There we go. Ember Ward chat is up and going. And let me kill this, and I'll see you on the other side, YouTube.